At Independent Financial Planning, we really have two sides to our business: investment management and financial planning. But within those, we have a variety of offerings. As somebody comes to us and says, yes, I'd like the financial planning, we do the financial planning, but we also have the ability to review and work with insurance, to talk about taxes and potentially be able to do taxes, and even things like, on the investment side, we can do self-directed IRA accounts. That is, if you want to invest in real estate or some other kind of investment that's not part of the public market, you can do that through what's called a self-directed IRA, and we offer that here at Independent Financial Planning. Additionally, we have the ability to log into, if a client gives us permission, to go into the 401k and make changes to your 401k without having to move it from where it's held. So let's say you've got it at Vanguard or the TSP, it stays at that place, and we just have the permission to be able to log in and make changes to the allocation as appropriate. So we do all investment management, just like you might be familiar if you're invested at Morgan Stanley or Charles Schwab or Fidelity. It's the same kind of process where you would log in and see your investments that way. But we also have the self-directed IRA and the ability to go into the 401k. Now the 401k we also have on the business side. We can help a business also manage their 401k. And it depends again upon the platform that you use, whether it's Voya or Vanguard or Fidelity. Depending upon which one it is, we can work with some of those. And so we can help we change the investments that are available in your 401k, but also make recommendations as to what investments to have and how much to contribute to them and that kind of thing, and we do education for it. Speaking of education, that's another element of something that we provide. So if you are in a nonprofit environment or business and you want to be able to have somebody come and talk about the value of saving or what's a Roth IRA or those kinds of things, we can set up a time where we can come out and do a very educational seminar, if you want to call it that, or even just a class where we talk through that through a sister company called Magi Financial Education. So at Independent Financial Planning, our goal ultimately is to be able to provide everything that you're going to need from a financial perspective. So if you come to us and you have stock options and you have estate needs and you have CPA issues, you want to save a lot of money on taxes, we have a lot of things that we can bring to the table to be able to help that. And we want it to be to where it feels like a seamless experience for our clients. You come and you say, here's our situation, and we are able to say, okay, here's what we recommend that you do, and we help you implement it from soup to nuts, A to Z. That's what we want to do at Independent Financial Planning. One thing that we also help our clients with here at Independent Financial Planning is charitable contributions, and we talk about specific charitable strategies for people. So whether that is we have stocks that have huge gain, that are long-term gain positions that they want to donate to a charity of choice, or if they want to implement one of our other strategies where we do use a donor advised fund. One of that strategy works like this. Let's say that your charitable giving puts you just over the limit of what the standard deduction happens to be. Instead of not getting much of a benefit because we're just barely over the standard deduction, 1 year we don't take any charitable deductions because we use the donor advised fund, and the next year we double the amount. So each year we do 2 years worth of contributions, and then wait a year and 2 years and wait a year, so forth and so on. And the benefit to that is if we use the donor advised fund, we can make that happen. Now there's different kinds of donor advised funds. Donor advised fund is effectively a charity, but the charity is a pass-through. So it ultimately the money doesn't stay there. It has to be distributed to another charity that actually is going to use the funds for true charitable purposes. And so we can help clients set up those donor advised funds and also help them be able to manage the investments in it potentially, or not, depending upon the donor advised fund, but also help them get the funds distributed. I will mention one other thing from a charitable perspective, and again, these are all things that we do here for our clients, is that if a client is over 70 and a half and they want to do charitable distributions from their IRA account, we can help them with what's called a qualified charitable distribution, and therefore get money to charity as well. And that really aligns with something that we care a lot about, which is trying to make sure we're involved with the community. We recognize that money is not something that is specific to one situation, but it has tendrils. It impacts people around you. So when it comes to family, when it comes to the community, those are different ways that we can help people see that when we do the planning, and also when we implement it. We can help people see how their money is impacting people around them, how their investments are impacting people around them, and hopefully for the better.